We don't got no music though, right?
No music.
Because we don't got headphones. This is some bullshit.
Like, how am I supposed to know when they come in for the
bullshit.
news?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? You are now listening to the smartest guys in the room. Welcome back to the Chop House.
I am Jeff. What's going on?
Well, I'm Big Justin. I just got back from vacation, so forgive me if I'm a little rusty.
How was that?
We're gonna get into that. We'll get into that.
How you doing?
And yeah, you know, of course, it's your boy. Oh, what's going on, everybody? Clearly, Just is rusty. He was just staring at me, right?
You know what?
Y'all saw that. He was just like glaring into my eyes right now.
It's because we was in a different circle kind of situation for the scythe.
Hey,
so,
yo, watch your mouth.
I mean? Yo, if I watch my mouth, I'm gonna be looking down all day.
This is.
Sorry, bro.
You looking very, like, really, really special. Like, I feel like you're going to take one of us out on a date today because you got your brown shoes on.
I got my, it's Sunday. I got my Sunday clothes on. You know what I mean?
Sunday best.
Like
got my Sunday best like Iron Man. That's
like
a deep
he
cut.
came out of a 7-day Adventist church just now.
Bro.
That's
You
amazing.
look like the fifth day.
I'm in tip-top condition, that's all.
Yo, man, what's up? Yo, Just, what's up?
Yeah, man.
Yo, man. Forgive
Welcome
the
back.
rustiness. I just got back from vacay, bro.
Welcome back,
We
son.
was talking about how much we missed you on the last episode.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it, you know, in the behind the scenes, in the editing room.
He was there, but also we signed you up for some shit that you probably like.
Oh yeah,
didn't know you want to be a part
I'm
of.
about to get
Nipple piercing.
We about to get a popping. That actually is not bad.
That was a separate conversation.
I'm definitely about to get this nail art.
Yeah, shout out to Slick
I'm about
Nick.
to wild out.
Shout out to Slick Nick.
She
That's
was-
gonna be a really, really dope piece of content when we do that.
I'm excited for everybody to watch.
Yeah, I'm about to wild out. Carrots, onions, all that on your nails. It's gonna
On
be
your nails.
That's what we do in the fall time, right? Like carrots and onions and shit
pumpkins,
like
bro.
that.
Yo, you know what you
Pumpkins and
should
apples
do?
and shit.
You should make a sancocho nail art.
Oh,
Bro, you can't reveal the
Sancocho
secrets
nail
like
art
that.
with like a piece of corn,
That's fire though.
a little carrot.
a piece
do
of
it.
corn,
You
and,
know?
and it's just like
Just
those
one corn.
those expensive crystals that Nick was talking about, just painted yellow.
Swarovski?
Yeah, the Swarovski.
Swarovski.
Boom.
What was it? Levels of extravagance.
Levels of extravagance,
Yeah,
bro.
that's about it. I'm about to pull up with that.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
But I had a little road trip. I went to South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. Then we drove out to I don't even know in Florida. Some beach in Florida. It's all beaches, bro. But I mean, I spent some of that Bitcoin money before it took a dive on everybody, so it was a good look. And I mean, it came back up, so it didn't hurt.
what kind of adventures did you get into with your dad and your uncle?
That's classified, bro.
Probably best.
I just imagine all three of them
That's classified.
on Harley Davidsons going down the motherfucking highway with no shirt on, just nipples just waving in the air.
I mean,
yo.
that's definitely like my dad's MO. But I don't ride bike because I never really learned how. So we just whipped it in the truck.
Have you ever gotten on the bike with your dad?
Oh yeah.
Two grown ass men just.
Like when I was a kid, I got on a
to
bike
each
with my dad. But then like he let me ride his bike one time. That was it.
That's all you needed. You were
No,
like,
I mean it was fun, but I was like, I'll save this for later. Like War Machine and Iron Man 1, he was like, nah, next time. That was me. I was like, nah, next time, baby. I winked out of this shit, and then I just never got back to it.
Oh, all right. Yo, we got to plan this for fucking
getting on Harley Davidsons, going
just-
down the highway.
Bro.
I automatically think of that Michael Jackson music video with the two fat boys on the scooters.
What?
That's how I imagine myself going down the Pacific Coastal Highway on a motherfucking Vespa with my shirt off. And
Bruh.
Just
I mean, not for
enjoying
nothing.
life.
A Vespa's a good look, son.
Yeah.
No, I'll try.
Out here like
I tried
Alfie.
it once. They heavy. That's
Yo,
a heavy
yeah,
ass
bro.
bike.
Hell yeah. Yo, you know what? What's cool about Vespas is that all of them come in matte colors already.
Yeah,
Bro.
nice ass colors too.
Little matte Vespa with a matte helmet.
What color Vespa would you have?
Orange, bro.
Orange.
Orange is my favorite color, by
Really?
the way. So if you're gonna get me something special, you make it orange.
Ooh, remember that.
Yeah, word.
Yo,
what about
Halloween
you?
around the corner. Is this your favorite holiday, by the way?
Halloween?
This has nothing to do with colors at all.
Nah.
I just automatically thought of a pumpkin when you said orange.
Yeah, nah. Actually, I like pumpkin orange, but Halloween
pumpkin
is my
orange?
least favorite
Is your least favorite holiday?
holiday.
Halloween.
Because you don't get nothing on Halloween, really. Like
You get candy. What are you talking about?
but like you could just pull up with candy anywhere. Like you know what I mean? Like I get it, but like
From other people?
like
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? I feel like giving out candy is just like if I have a bag of candy right now, I'm giving you some. I'm giving you
Facts.
some, right?
Every day is Halloween.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't go that far either. Well, actually, there's a lot of clown motherfuckers out here.
There's a lot of clowns.
A lot of
Every
clowns
day's
out
Halloween.
A
here.
lot of clowns out here in New York,
clowns
so
out here.
you might have a
You
point.
know.
But yeah, nah, I feel like Halloween is like it's like a more selfish holiday than everything else because it's like I dress up and I get the candy. Meanwhile, nobody's like doing like no one's giving gifts to nobody. It's not like
After a
Valentine's
certain
Day
age.
or Christmas or whatever, right? It's like nah, it's all about me after a certain point. It's like nah, I'm gonna be the sexy doctor or I'm gonna be like whatever. I'm gonna be half of a horse and you be the other half.
Have you ever been like a sexy anything for Halloween? Or
Yeah,
you just
I'm a
really
sexy man every day.
Sexy.
Ooh, yes. I'm the sexiest man alive every day.
Nah, I
Energy.
think the craziest thing, legit, the craziest thing I was a banana for Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Straight up, just a banana
like
and glasses.
from Family Guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Peanut butter jelly time banana.
literally
yeah,
that.
I was literally that.
His head was like in the middle of banana.
Yeah, I
We
was
were up
cool,
at
man.
Cornell, fucking raging, son.
It's classified.
You know
It's
what's
classified.
kind of wild now that I think about it? They don't have a plátano costume. Do they have a plátano costume? It's basically a fucking banana costume, but a little bit darker.
I think
word.
it
little
becomes
harder.
a plátano like
Little
costume
longer.
after you wash it a
It
couple
has
times.
sunglasses.
It has sunglasses.
You said after you wash it a couple times.
Yeah, it becomes a plátano like
because that's a kind of a fire Halloween costume.
not
Yo,
for
not
nothing.
for nothing.
Yeah.
I
Like,
fuck with it.
should we dress up as Tres Golpe for Halloween?
Ooh,
That's an excellent idea, son.
You see, when
You
you
woke
when
up on
when
the
you
right
talk
side
like
of the bed
that,
today.
like I might
Just
enjoy
saying.
Halloween.
I'm just saying. Who
yeah.
would be Mangu?
I don't know.
We could fight it out.
I mean-
we could draw straws. We could do whatever.
Yeah,
son.
let's do that.
I definitely don't want to be the white cheese.
The white cheese. I'll be the cheese.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yo,
No me va a mezclar bien. No me va a mezclar bien.
I'll be the cheese. I'll be the cheese.
Excellent. I love it. And it's right on theme, son. It's
Yeah.
right on theme because today, this episode, we're going to be talking about all things Hispanic Heritage Month.
Latino Heritage Month.
Yeah.
Latinx Heritage Month.
We'll figure that out too.
Latin.
We're gonna
La-
we're gonna
Latin
figure it out.
Heritage Month.
Latine.
Spanish Heritage Month. Like fucking. But yeah, man, we're really excited. Today we're gonna be talking about all these things, and we're excited to have our guest, Chef Kev, to talk about some of the really cool things that he's doing with the NFL and
Talking about the NFL.
Yeah.
Hold on, because we're on video.
We're on
We
video.
tend to forget that this isn't just audio anymore.
Yeah,
This is only
that's
the
right,
third.
man.
Well, this is number 3, right? This is
That's
number
right.
3.
Number
This
three.
is number 3, episode number 3. Not really, but episode number 3 that's actually going to be on YouTube. And I'm sure that you guys are noticing some of the merch that we got going on right here on this
Yes.
table.
Yes.
So
Fire.
this awesome varsity jacket.
Harold, get in on that.
You see that thing? You see that? You see that enye?
The
Are we calling
the
this a
tilde.
tilde?
The
But is
tilde.
it's an enye though?
Yeah, the
It
actual
becomes
letter.
an Enya when you put the tilde on it.
NFL.
There you go. Yeah.
NFL. NFL.
Okay, NFL.
The NFL. I
Okay.
love that.
I'm
That's so
saying
clever.
This is very, very fly. This is a custom jacket
Custom.
available on NFL.com. It's
The
not
NFL
available
shop,
here
yeah.
at the Chop House, but make sure you go to NFL.com and you get this if you're looking for it. It has quite a price tag, but it was made with love.
Yeah.
But not only does this varsity jacket here, we also have this signed Giants jersey
Let's go.
from the man himself,
Fire.
Osuna,
Let's go.
Fucking
and the homie Victor Cruz.
Osuna
Let's
is
go.
the hit maker, bro.
He's a hit maker.
The banger extraordinaire.
We couldn't get Osuna here today. I was talking to him on the phone before.
He was like, yo, nah.
Yeah.
He couldn't make it out. He was stuck in his crib out in Jersey.
What happened
Yeah.
was
You know
that
what I mean?
we have
That's a
people
lie.
who
But
texted
I'm
his
just saying.
people, and then those people wasn't doing it. So
Those
you know,
people were like, yo, Jeff is going to be? Nah.
yeah, it was just
Sorry.
like that's the thing about show business. Like once our people contact other people's people, it's just a people nightmare. So we got to reel it in a couple and really get it back on lock.
The funny thing is that a lot of people don't know that Osuna and Jeff have beef that goes back.
Oh,
It goes back.
wow.
It
I
goes
didn't
back
even
to
know
the
that.
Panco Queso
Wow.
days when Jeff used to be a
Yo.
rapper.
Ooh.
And this was early on when
Oh,
Osuna was
so this
still trying to get
This
out
is
there.
rap beef then.
You know?
This ain't regular beef.
Why you think Osuna took the teddy bear?
Wow.
He
All
took
right.
the teddy bear because he knew it would get Jeff tight.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
Hate
Jeff,
teddy bears.
Jeff still
Jeff-
sleeps with his teddy
well
bear. He knew
documented.
that. He knew that.
Well
so
documented.
that's what it was about.
Jeff and Bears, they ain't on good terms either.
Osuna.
Yo, how cool is that though? They got these autographs, Victor Cruz and Osuna, like amazing.
Very, very dope. Very dope. We couldn't
Yeah,
have them
fire,
here,
fire.
but we kind of got their DNA here. They wore these jackets. they signed that jersey. So we can make clones of them at some point.
That's crazy. The DNA.
Let's also classify that.
Before we even get any further, I wanted to mention something about this jacket. Not only is obviously it's fire, but like everything on this jacket, it was made purely and entirely from start to finish by Latinos.
That's
and
right.
That's really, really fucking dope.
Yeah, it's really, really dope. So as a part of Hispanic Heritage Month or Latinx Heritage Month, whatever you want to call it, whatever your flavor is, the NFL did an awesome collaboration with a bunch of Latino designers and a company called by the name of Dunbrook.
Yeah.
So they went ahead and created the design for this jacket, and not only the design, but the manufacturing, the fabrication, all of that to bring this thing to life. Yeah. And every person involved happened to be Latino. The people who are stitching every piece of material, all the patches, the leather together, all the wool, all Latinos, all Hispanics.
That's
so
fire.
From the moment that you get this thing was really, really made with love, and it was actually made por la cultura, like
man.
straight up. So this is we're really fortunate and lucky to have it. I don't think we ever gonna give these jackets back. So come find me, NFL.
Yeah,
come
they didn't know
find me,
that.
okay? You ain't getting these back.
He was like, yeah, we got
por la
you.
cultura.
I'm having
Got you when we come back.
Yeah. We're going on vacation. We never coming back. So that's right, yo. So shout out to the NFL. Really looking forward to talking to Chef Kev.
Yes, very excited.
Make sure you check him out on TikTok and Instagram at Kev_Cooks.
Word.
He'll be here later. He'll tell you all that good stuff.
Yeah, we got some fun things planned with him too. Like
Yeah.
Little surprises.
Little surprises, things that we've never done before.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's every time. There's gonna
we
be
like
some
to-
shit we didn't do.
We like to one-up it every
Yeah.
single time we get out here.
Wait till you see what we got planned for the next time.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I booked the airplane.
Y'all seen American Ninja? Watch.
Wait, like American Ninja or
the next
American
show?
Ninja Warrior?
That one.
That one.
You know where they run around and get hurt? That one? Yo, we got some next watch. Next time it's gonna be ninjas in here.
Imagine we just had
love
ninjas
that.
just popping up underneath the couches and just flip for no reason. Fana.
We can make it work.
Just for fun.
Oh my
Did I ever
god.
tell you guys about that time? It's not really about that time, but as a youth, when I was
a
growing
young boy.
up, I really, and I'm sure I've talked about this before, but I was convinced that if you knew how to do backflips, you can bag any girl you wanted. Like,
I mean-
what female would say no to you after doing a bunch of backflips? Like,
That's very true.
I really imagined this as a kid. I was like, yo, if I see a bad chick walking down the street, I'm gonna just start doing backflips and then be like, yo, what's up? Can I get your number? Because why is she gonna say no at that point? I mean, I'm sure
There's plenty of reasons. A, you're gonna be out of breath.
Son.
But if you was a female, you gonna say no to me?
The person
After
who
I did
does
2-3 backflips?
The person who does the backflip or who did the backflip when we were younger was always that weird anime kid who was running around like fucking Naruto and shit, like running off the wall and doing that and doing the backflip and then fucking turning that into some fucking high.
A little too much
I
sugar.
thought he was cool though. I didn't really hang out with him too much, but
I mean, think of it from the perspective of a backflippee, right? Not the backflipper. Like if I'm chilling and then someone just pulls up doing like 5 backflips, now I'm in the position to be like, yo, you need to relax, bro.
Oh, he on
kinda
X
like,
Games
oh.
mode.
You need to
He on
like,
X Games mode.
I think you had one too many Wheaties this morning, bro. Like you gotta reel it in.
3 backflips is like the threshold.
Even like 3 backflips is like chill, bro.
This is sounding like
3 backflips. That's excessive.
Oh, doesn't it sound like like coming from people who don't know or have never done a backflip?
I have never done a backflip.
Yeah.
I'm scared to dive into the pool head first. So like I always jump
like a
in. I
wild
always
hater.
cannonball. Every time I jump into the pool, it's a cannonball because that's the only thing I know how to. That's the only way I know how to enter. Either that or through the stairs.
stairs.
Gently,
yeah.
very gently down the stairs.
When you're as big as I am, everything's a cannonball. Like I just jump in the pool and it's a cannonball, no matter which, like how I do my arms and none of that.
Yo, it's just.
That's it.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a lot of people in Florida getting tight because I jump in the pool.
Trying to tan.
Yeah,
and
this
shit,
guy,
you know,
like-
comfortable.
Actually, I I learned from the Olympics that the less splash, the better it is. So
Yeah,
like,
bro.
I try to just,
Less
like
splash.
I was hitting some of these and just going in the water. And my splash game was on point. I'm not gonna lie, son. But there was those times where there was a couple of people who were like, "Yo, this big motherfucker,
I'm always
ruining my Mai
impressed.
Tais and shit."
I'm always impressed every time I go to the pool and I see somebody like do a majestic ass dive into the water. Like that's very
That shit takes work,
impressive.
bro.
Yeah.
You gotta practice that.
It looks a lot easier than it is.
You think it's easy?
I said it looks a lot easier than it is.
Oh, it's definitely not
Yeah.
easy, bro.
I can't get the bottom half of my body up in the air because that's what has to happen. Your body has to like do one of
That's just close to. That's just really,
it.
really close to
it
gravity,
just ends
bro.
up.
Like, nah.
It always looks like Jay-Z driving into the ocean. Hey, it's always that. And then I got a dad
totally
bod.
forgot about this.
Oh,
son.
I
my God.
will never forget. Never forget. I got the dad bod, so it's very like that combination of that awkward like side dive and dad bod.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. It's very
Yeah.
interesting. Catch me on the beach.
Catch me on the beach. I
Doing
mean,
the
I got
cannonballs.
a curious setup because I got like long, luxurious hair, but I'm racially ambiguous. So
Yes.
like, I look Hawaiian, and people think, oh yeah, like nah, typical Hawaiian guy, whatever. So I just be like cooling.
You know that's one of the dopest things.
What, Hawaiians?
No, well, yes,
oh.
but being
yeah, shout out
racially
to Hawaii.
ambiguous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is one of the dopest things. I mean,
Latinos are perfect like representations of
yeah.
that, son.
I
Like,
mean, it takes so many guesses for people to figure out, like, to peg me, ayo.
Hey, yo.
But
Yeah.
most people just give up and they're like, yeah, you're Samoan. And I'm
yeah,
like,
Samoan, yeah.
cool, bro.
I'm cool. I'm all right with that. See,
Yeah.
the thing is, and I'm sure y'all all, I know y'all have asked yourselves as y'all look at me in the camera, is he Indian?
Bro.
Is this nigga a Ak? Who is he? Why he look
Ak.
like this? No, man. Not from Pakistan and none of that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to all my people from Pakistan and Bangladesh and you know, all those other places where brown people are from. No, I'm Dominican.
Yeah.
I'm Dominican. If you haven't been able to gather, Jeff is not from Switzerland. A lot of people ask him.
I'm
that
not
all the
Moroccan.
time.
I'm not Turkish. I'm
Yeah.
not Moroccan. I'm just black and white. I'm Dominican.
Do you get that? Like whenever
Yeah.
you go into the bodega or get into a cab back in the day, like the nigga looks inside of in the rear view mirror and he looks at you, try to talk in like Arabic, and I'm like, nah, bro.
Every time when like, especially after I get like a haircut and shit, like every time, son, it's like, oh, kif halik, and I'm like, nah, bro, like, I'm just, what up is more my speed. But yeah, and
What
especially
up
at
is
the
more my
airport. The airport, son, Justin, who like
Yeah.
we've gone on many fucking trips together, like me and my boys and shit. Every time at the airport, yo, like random fucking
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you,
random security.
the cotton swap industry thrives off of Jeff at the
Bro,
airport, bro.
yes.
They whip out
They
all
always
types
swap
of
my
swaps.
shit.
We
bro.
can't travel together.
See if I'm
Like,
carrying drugs.
We
Yeah.
cannot travel
Or
together.
bomb
We
material,
definitely
sorry.
look like we up to something.
cahoots?
that-
In
yeah,
cahoots.
yeah.
I mean, meanwhile, they checking Jeff. Meanwhile, I'm like, bro, you
Yo,
should.
they got mad weed on
This
him.
nigga
You
got
got
coconuts?
You got the
You there
wrong
with the
guy, my
coconuts?
friend. All
checking
types
his
of
ass,
classified items in my bag.
So yeah, I mean,
Hawaii 5.0 over here.
I mean,
that's,
yeah.
that's like the beauty of it, though. Again, like being, you know, Hispanic and like having all these mishmash of different races, different origins. Like, you know, if we are all mosaic. for
So
sure.
Yeah, word.
You just said it. Just in conversation, you just said the word Hispanic.
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 Yeah,
Is that what you identify as?
I usually call myself a Latino, but like, you know, yeah, Latino mostly, but I do like Hispanic because it's a generally understood term. Like, I understand. Like, I had a really woke ass like set of professors in school. Son, shout out to Dr. G.
Dr. G.
Yeah, she was excellent, and you know, I get all this stuff, but like, I feel like sometimes like we got to live like in the real world, and like, you know, there's a lot of terms that are used in like academia and like online that are not used in real life with
Yeah.
real fucking people.
There's
Like,
nobody in the Bronx using any kind of
Yeah,
academic
Latinx,
words for
like-
any kind of things, bro.
It's a very few amount. And we'll get into that. We'll talk about like what that means, but like we could talk about Hispanic Heritage Month, period, like the history of that shit if y'all want.
Yeah. I
got
mean,
little tidbits on that.
I just want to jump off of the question over here because it's really important to like when people ask like, yo, how do you identify yourself, right? I mean, forever. Like I just identify as a nigga from the Bronx. Like
nigga from the Bronx. They're never gonna
I'm
have
from the
that
Bronx,
in the box,
bro.
in the census. Nigga from
Right.
the Bronx.
But like my I'm a little more complex, but whatever. Like so my dad's Ecuadorian, my mom's a Puerto Rican and black. So like I just have all of that in me, right? So it's like like at a certain point, even like I'm on Hispanic. So when you're young, it's kind of like, yo, choose a side.
Yeah.
Right? And like that shit is like what? Like what side am I gonna choose other than the one like from the Bronx, bro? Like there is no side to choose. I'm just from the Bronx and I kick it like people from the Bronx do.
When you was in high school, the group of people that you hung out with mostly, what were they like? What did they make up of? Like, were they black, Spanish? Was it a mix of everything?
It was a mix of everything. I went to private school. I went to Mount St. Michael.
Get out of here! I went to Mount St. Michael too.
Went to Mount?
I went for a year.
Bro, you didn't go then, bro.
I mean,
I made it all 4 years, kiddo.
It was long enough. I made it through that freshman.
Harold, get a close up real quick because this is mad funny. Like they have this specific conversation like once every 6 months.
Do
like,
we really?
Yo, you went to Mount?
Get out of here,
Anyway,
bro.
Yeah, I went to Mount.
Had that conversation like 20 times.
Mount has a curious. It's a curious school because it's all boys, but it's all Bronx boys. And it's just like everybody goes there.
Yeah.
And like so, like it was a little bit of everything. Like, yo, I'm talking about like I guess your typical Bronx school, like maybe not. But like hung out with Albanians, black kids, Guyanese kids.
Oh my God.
Mad. I mean, all my friends are Dominican, obviously. But it was just like a bag of fucking mixed apples.
The Bronx is Dominican and black. Like those are all my friends.
When I went to Mount, I remember like within my first like month of school, I got into some shit with some Albanians on the bus. On the BX16.
I mean, that sounds classic. Like on the bus.
And I really had to get off the bus. Like me and like a couple other dudes, like we had to get off the bus. Right there.
They were squatted up like
Barnabas, by Barnabas, you know?
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know. Oh, shout out to everybody that went to Catholic school here in the Bronx.
Yeah, shout out to the 16 bus too.
You know?
And shout out to the 41.
Mundy Lane.
Bro.
Mundy Lane.
Wow.
You see? This is what I say when I say I went to Mount.
Wow.
And I didn't even go to Mount.
I went to Mount for a
year.
year.
Man. But yeah. Where was I? I don't know, bro.
We're just talking about like the combination of like, you know.
It's just so curious at least for me, like when people ask me like, yo, how do you identify? I'm just like A, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
And B, I'm gonna tell you the answer that you're not gonna like anyway, because I'm not gonna be on some like caping for anybody except for me. So I identify as Big Just from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Hashtag a nigga from the Bronx.
From the Bronx.
Nah, it's true, man. I mean, it's really funny. Like even for me, I identify just like you as Latino, because to me, I've always felt that Latino encompasses all of the Spanish people from the Caribbean. Yeah. The Caribbean Spanish people. You Dominican, you Puerto Rican, you Cuban, you're Latino, because your culture is a little, we're from the island.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different. It's not very mainland. It's not as close to, you know, everybody in Central and South America, where their influence from Spain was super, super heavy, and it's still like very, very prominent. In the Caribbean, we were made up of Black, European, and Taino. Yeah. So like that mix automatically, I always just had it in my head that that's a Latino. Anybody that's just made up of those three races, like if you're made from that, you come from the island, like yo, you Latino.
100,000%. If you are from like a Latino Caribbean island, it's basically like black in an SAP mode. Like, it's just black people who speak Spanish.
That's
like
true.
Our music, bro, like every type of music that is popular within like the Caribbean is based on, you know, African culture, like the whole thing. And to your point, like there's other places that maybe not so much, but we, you know, and also our neighbors too, right? Like there's Haiti, there's Jamaica, there's like the Caribbean islands,
all of the West Indies.
Yeah, like it's very much, you know, especially if you're from a place like the Bronx where like all those cultures are
there.
Yeah, they're consistently like mixed. You'd be a fool not to identify something like or acknowledge that, you know, that's a huge part of like your Latinidad.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I just always found it mad hard. Like, you know, when you take the census and there's mad boxes.
Yeah, son, like
yo, like I have a minimum of like 5 boxes I could check. It's like,
But you should just fuck with them. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
yeah, I'll check
That's
all the
what I
boxes.
do.
Pick Alaskan.
I check all the boxes, and then I definitely like draw another box and put Bronx, and I'm like, yep, that one too, motherfucker.
Yo, you might as well, son, because like the Bronx is a fucking
Nationality.
Yo,
within
it's
It
a
might
unique
as well
place,
be.
son. It really is, bro. Like it really is. I mean, New York City for sure. Like we all know that, but like the Bronx, in particular, son. There's just shit that you just see in the Bronx that you just don't see anywhere.
Only in the Bronx, bro.
Yeah, son.
in the Bronx. But you know what's wild though too is that New York itself is we grew up. It's a melting pot.
Yeah.
We all know that. Now we go to different boroughs like Queens, for example. You go out to Queens and that is a legit melting pot. You got
son.
Yeah.
all the Ecuadorians,
It's the biggest one, I
the
think.
Venezuelans, the Guatemalans, and you got all the Indians too.
It's the biggest Asian
Asians.
community, like in terms
Yeah.
of different
Yeah.
types of countries, Asian countries that are in New York City. They're like OD in fucking Queens, and to your point, like other like here is mostly like Bronx, Puerto Rican, and now like a good amount of Mexican now. But like in like Queens, for example, is Colombian, like all these different folks that we probably don't see on a daily basis, but repping still hard.
You gotta. I figure the food out in Queens is actually
Fire.
a lot better, man. I'm gonna be
Fire.
honest because the
Yeah,
food in the
yeah.
Bronx is really just Jamaican food, Dominican food, Puerto Rican food, and Kennedy's fried chicken. So like that's really it, Like,
You know what? You just broke down that list of food, and I just kind of feel like we have a bias or not what the opposite of a bias. It's like we just used to all of that food, but that shit is pretty fucking delicious.
Kennedy fried
Like,
chicken.
I'm sure people in Queens are like, yo, all they got in Queens is Colombian food.
Well, Chef Kev is gonna, give us a little pointer on aside from Cantina 33, which is he's the owner of.
Yeah,
Like,
we definitely gotta go over there.
can
And
check out. Yeah,
have some chaufa. Is that
Arroz
rice?
chaufa?
Arroz chaufa.
lomo saltado.
Yeah. Lomo salteado. Yo, that's my go-to.
Hold on. You talking about,
Peruvian
was it chaufan? Or
Yeah, chofan is like the
Chofan?
Dominican, like the Dominican version of like chofan. You're talking about chofan,
Yeah.
but like
Is that what
arroz
you talking
chaufa, like that.
I
what
don't
he's
know.
saying is like
I'm talking about the
Peruvian
Peruvian
dish.
rice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Gotcha.
very close, but I think it's.
We'll ask the expert.
Hit me in
when
the
we get to
comments. Let me know if that's just real or not. I don't know.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that before.
But I
Arroz
like chofan.
chaufang?
No, like chofan is like a Dominican,
Dominican?
like Dominican fried rice.
That's
Like,
Dominican fried
My
rice?
understanding is that
I think.
Damn,
mad
yo.
Hispanic cultures have a form of this, and it's called something similar but different.
Ah, okay.
Right, so chofan or chalaflan or it's like some shit like
well
that.
then, yeah.
What
Like,
is what? All right, now you got to explain to me, and I feel like I don't know where the hell I've been for my entire life. What is Dominican fried rice?
It's literally like it just
depends.
it just is like it's like rice with the soy sauce and like the mixed vegetables.
Yeah.
and like you cook it like you
I've
would.
never had that.
Oh,
Really?
word?
I've never had that.
Nah, yeah, you got
I've only ever had white rice,
Immortal.
orange rice, which is yellow rice, and then rice with carne molida.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
McLeod just
Un
mixed
locrio,
in
un
with the
locrio.
It
with
depends,
the
'cause-
cooked olive in there just randomly that nobody
could-
wants to eat.
Yeah,
it could
thank
also
you. Thank you.
Why you put the olive in
Stop
there? It's
putting
not
the
doing
fucking olives
nothing.
in there.
It's just- I'm not gonna eat it. It's a waste.
God damn it.
it could also be like Chinese rice that's left over from like whenever you had,
But that's
and then you hook it up a
different.
Spanish way as like leftovers and shit. Like it could be that, or you could do it from scratch and just make like a fried rice, but instead of like your like Chinese like seasonings, you use like what you got in the cabinet.
I've never had that before. The closest thing to like Asian cooking that my mom ever did was spare ribs.
I want some of
Yo,
that.
my mom's Spanish spare ribs.
Yeah.
I want some of that.
Yeah, them shits was saucy. Mad barbecue sauce.
I apologize for those sounds in the mic.
I do not. If you didn't know, this is also an ASMR episode for those of you who is interested. You asked, we listened.
We delivered.
We delivered. All right.
This
We
is
still
a-
rolling, right?
This is a bona fide Mickey Mouse operation. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
And I mean that because a real Mickey Mouse operation is run by Disney, and them niggas got everything on lock.
Yo,
And that's what we
that's a
got here, bro.
compliment. We
Yeah,
got that
word.
Mickey Mouse
If you call us,
operation.
if you call us a Mickey Mouse operation, you know what it is already. We coming through with the big money, with the big actors, all of that,
The big actors.
all of that, the big CG.
Next week,
Yo,
Exactly.
Chef Kev is gonna be cooking with
Wait.
Chris Hemsworth.
wait till you see the special effects that Harold puts in this episode.
Yo,
The
yup.
last episode we hit you with show the pic. You know what I'm saying? You ain't know we was gonna do that. The special effects. I don't even know where this budget coming from. I don't got it. Yo, sponsors, what's up, baby?
Hit that up. At the smartest pod, baby.
We got 3 beautiful faces for you, Latinos. You can hit any target, people. But back to it. No, but Jeff, up? Hispanic Heritage Month.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? And why are we starting in the middle of the month? Why can't we have a solid month? Why we gotta have mitad y mitad?
Joint custody.
Why?
Because it wouldn't be truly Latino. They gotta
that's
have joint
up.
custody over the month.
I bet you see, like my daddy left when I was 1 year old. I know where he is.
Until October came in to take care of me.
Yeah. We went to have other brothers and sisters. How many of y'all niggas got other brothers and sisters? Because I got a lot. I got a lot. There's 8 of us.
I'm a Dolly child.
You the only child?
I'm a Dolly child.
Dolly on both
Wait,
sides.
there's 8 of you? Oh, for
I'm
real?
Dolo.
Yeah. There's 8 of us. None of my brothers and sisters, I don't look like anyone.
Wow.
But wait, time out. I'm an only child on my mother's side.
Gotcha.
My father, he's got about 7 other kids from like 3 to 4 different women.
Oh, so he's really Dominican, yeah.
He's very, very, very Dominican.
Tried and true.
Yeah.
Tried and true.
We not like that no more, by the way. Like, we not like that. We've
established this. Yeah.
I feel like
Dominican
truly,
men are faithful. Completely, 100%.
Truly, it's an economy thing.
It's an economy.
We can't afford to do that no more.
Yeah, that's right.
Money was different back then.
There was a lot of cocaine cowboy money back in the day. that was different. That was different, yo.
You could stretch $1 back in the day for 4 kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't got that kind of money anymore.
Nah, son.
Weed doesn't do that.
Like buying a Game Boy versus buying a DS is crazy now. Like you could have copped the Game Boy for a kid and it would have been alright. Now you gotta buy.
You gotta cop 6.
Now you gotta cop like a whole entire Nintendo Switch for your illegitimate child.
$70 games.
For the legitimate child.
It don't even come with no games. You know what I mean? Like it's different. You can't be doing that no more. Like before, you could cop 3 Game Boys and hand them shits out. Like yo here. And there's 3 Pokemon versions too. Y'all can all have a blast, bro. Now it's like bro.
Now it definitely is an investment.
It's like, well, you want a PSP? You're not even my like main son. Like, I can't, bro.
You got a Game Boy Advance.
I've only been dating your mommy for about 3 years, all right? Yeah. So like, we not official just yet. I know we've known each other for a while, but
terrible.
Don't get comfortable.
I'm just saying, it's the economic reality, my brother.
So, Jeff, who's the papi? ¿Quién es el papá? Who is it?
Of
Hispanic Heritage Month.
So it actually started as a week. Hispanic Heritage Week in like the late 60s.
And then we took their ass to court.
Wow.
We got more time.
Let's go.
President Lyndon B. Johnson was like, all right, these Hispanics have...
LBJ.
He
already got the Spanish in his name. LBJ.
LBJ.
Yeah.
LBJ.
It's actually an L. It's not like LEL. It's,
And then in 1989, actually September 14th, which is like when Hispanic Heritage Month normally starts, George Bush, Dad Bush, made it into a month. So that's actually why it's like 1 month starting in the middle of the month. Because like the day he declared.
I think I'm about to close to stump you.
What's up?
Do you really want to know why it's close to the middle of the month?
Tell me.
Why?
Because the majority of the Central American countries, they have their libertad.
Yeah.
Their Independence Day, September 22nd.
Last 2 weeks. Mexican Independence Day just passed, too.
Yeah, a lot of Latin American countries, Central American countries, their Independence Day is in the middle of the month of September.
That's a very interesting fact.
I thought it was just a classic white guy fuck up.
Oh, no. Like, there's a lot of Independence Days around
He was just a white guy like, yeah, fuck it.
For sure.
Taco Tuesday!
Yeah.
Yo, so we had over the past like 10 years, thanks to the census, there was like some notable changes in like the demographic in the country. So there were 3 states that had the biggest increase in Latino population. You guys want to guess?
Biggest increase?
Biggest increase in Latino population. Not biggest, like in terms of not number. You guys want to guess?
You go first. I'll
take
give
a
my
guess.
3.
I'm gonna say Connecticut.
No.
Oh, then
let the man speak.
I give up then. Massachusetts and let's see, Colorado.
Okay, I'm gonna say Chicago. I'm gonna say this is Texas. Chicago's actually Illinois. Texas, and I feel like saying New Mexico is like an easy one.
That'd be a good choice, but
New Mexico.
It's a good choice.
I feel like Texas was
but
too easy.
I feel like Texas is too easy. I feel like Florida's too easy.
It's Texas, California, and Florida.
Texas, California, and Florida.
Yeah.
But it's like, duh, we
Yeah,
been there,
we
nigga.
like,
Hello.
come on, bro.
All right, so here's
here's
a different way for the question. There's 2 states with the fastest increase in Latinos, like people in that time frame. Maybe not the most, but in terms of percentage, the increase of Latinos living in those states. Tell me what they are.
Rhode Island and Chicago.
Chicago's not a
Illinois, whatever.
No,
bro.
No.
God damn it. Washington, not DC, the real one.
No.
And New York.
No. It is North and South Dakota.
North and South Dakota.
What they doing out there? I don't
What
know.
they do?
Bro.
There's a lot of land.
Yeah, son.
There's a lot of
Those are
land.
the
There's a
two
lot of land.
fastest states.
Wow.
Yeah, and then obviously like the two most, the most populous nationality or ethnicity is Mexican. There's like they represent like 62% of all Latinos in the U.S.
Really?
Puerto Ricans represent like 9%, and Dominicans are about 3%. There's a little over 2 million Dominicans in all of the U.S.
Really?
Like yeah,
They all over here. Like
yeah,
New York.
that's they're all like literally within 100 miles, son.
They're like
in Orlando.
majority is in the north.
In Orlando.
It's wild. Like so, you know, we like to give a lot of information on the show and let you guys know where we come from and all that. And so on top of going to Mount St. Michael's for high school, I also went to high school in Connecticut.
Nice.
I remember my first day of class. You know, we had to go around, introduce ourselves. You know, where we come from. And so I remember saying like, hey, I'm Oscar, I'm from New York. I'm from the Dominican Republic. And everybody looked at me. It was like the Village of the Damned type shit. Like,
Oh,
what? What's that? Where
that?
is that?
you know, Big Papi Ortiz.
And no, this is before that. What was it?
This is when he was Lil Papi.
Yeah, he was still Lil Papi. He was El Papi. So yeah, that was real wild. Like having to explain to people that we're an island in the Caribbean. You never heard of us. This is crazy.
That's
But yeah, man. So like a lot of people don't know about us.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people
That
just think that
is-
we
yeah.
Mexican, which is the craziest part.
A lot of people, I mean, everywhere outside of New York, you were Mexican. Like,
yeah. It depends. I actually have this theory that like if you're like on the Western hemisphere of the U.S. and you speak Spanish, people assume you're Mexican, and if you're on the Eastern hemisphere of the U.S., people assume you're Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it.
That's pretty much.
And
That's,
then
that's how it breaks down.
and it's like, oh nah, like I'm actually like Honduran. It's like, oh,
Where?
is that like across the
You know what
Rio
it is?
Grande
You don't
River?
look Honduran. It's like, what the fuck I'm
Yeah,
supposed to look like?
that ass. What does it
See?
look like?
But see, that's the kind of shit that makes me happy though, because the little that you know, and then all of a sudden you get a mega superstar, or you get just this awesome talent and representation all over the place that happen to be Dominican, Puerto Rican, Ecuadorian, you know, whatever. Like it's they're really shining out there,
Yeah.
and that's like it's like if one Dominican makes it, every Dominican around the world. Ese es mi primo,
facts,
hey,
bro.
Ese
Now
es mi
facts,
primo.
bro.
Tell your story.
De lo mío.
My boy, our boy, he went to St. Petersburg, Russia. He was traveling like and wanted to like see new places and shit.
There's Dominicans out there, by the way.
Bro,
Yes.
Hold on. So he gets to a club and the dude walks up and he's like, "Tú eres dominicano." Like just you know how you could just tell, son. Like
Te mira.
bro. And my boy said, "Yeah, I am." Yo, within 5 like minutes, this dude had like 16 people on a video. Like I don't know what app was doing it, but like all the Dominicans in Russia were on the phone. Like, yo, here's the new fucking Dominican guy. In Russia.
Llegó.
Like unreal. We are everywhere, son.
That's crazy.
Everywhere,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
We definitely ran into some Dominican heads in Italy.
Yeah.
Just random.
Yes.
I read a.
But that's on that yacht. That's what I asked.
Yeah,
I was like, that's on
I
that
read
yacht.
a crazy statistic that behind all the Chinatowns that are in every country, there are Dominican like Washington Heights that are just popping up in every country.
Fire.
So if you go to Italy, there's a Washington Heights in Italy. Don't ask
There's
about
a-
the
in Milan,
They,
there's
they
definitely-
just have a little street. It's called Washington Heights.
It's
That's
like,
crazy.
yeah.
That's
'Cause
And
they
it's
got
just Dominicans.
It's Dominican, and then they got the Cubans. They all like, yo, that's crazy.
It's wild. It's wild. We everywhere.
Yeah, I love that.
Don't look up that
Globalization,
fact,
baby.
by
This
the
is
way. Don't
big
look it
business.
up. I'm just telling you right now. Don't look up that fact.
Don't
Just
look it
trust
up.
me.
It's not
Just trust me.
official.
It's a real thing.
It's informal.
We're the smartest guys in the room. Please just trust whatever
Just trust
we say.
us.
But Jeff,
You excited to have Chef Kev on?
I am completely excited to have him on.
So I got the last statistic, and then we could jump to that. And it kind of it puts a nice bow on the conversation we had earlier, and that is that only 3% of Latinos or people who like identify Spanish-speaking folks like use the term Latinx. So
we're back to this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our boy Juan Bago did a really fucking funny thing, a video called LabelX, and he just had a focus group. We saw that shit earlier again, and it was a focus group of how people identify, and that shit was absolutely like on the money because everyone has like their defense for like why they call themselves a specific thing. But it's all like harmless for the most part, son. Like Hispanic, you just including people from Spain and excluding people like Brazilians who speak Portuguese. And if you say Latino, you're excluding people from Spain and you're including people who say, and then Latinx just includes everybody who doesn't have an O or A at the end of their
But the wild thing is, if I ask your mother, she's gonna say Hispano, Hispanic.
Yeah.
If you like, nobody's parent is out here saying, "Mira, yo soy Latino." It's
us. Actually, yeah.
It's really our generation. I would just
and
say,
then the
like,
younger generation uses the Gen Zers. They use Latinx a lot more.
The Latinx thing, man. I got beef with the Latinx thing, man.
I got beef with that.
Because you know what it is? It was a marketing term. Unless you got the actual fact right there.
Well, it's an academic term. It's like it was invented by like white people. To
encompass Latina and Latino like all in one.
Or maybe not. I don't want to speak out of turn and say it was invented by them, but like it was something that was like. Justin asks this question all the time. Who asked for this, son?
Nobody asked for it.
Who asked for this exactly? Like,
is what it feels like. Is like a nice comfy blanket for white people to be like, oh yeah, we did the right thing by doing
helping
this.
out the Latinxers.
Yeah, and it's just like, yo, go.
I remember the first time I saw Latinx, I was like, what is this, Latin extreme? This is like, it's like the like real hardcore Latino.
Like, I see Latinx and I'm thinking like kick flips and shit like that. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. We about to get on the scooter and scoot. Let's do it, bro.
Everybody that labels themselves as Latinx, they're the ones that do backflips to get female attention.
Oh,
see?
let's bring it.
So I already knew that was something that was happening. Latin extreme. It's like extreme. Extreme Latino.
Nah, I'm gonna. One of my favorite parts of the video that Juan Bago we saw was
Bago brief.
Bago's brief. Let's get it right. Bago's brief was the one dude who was like, "Yo, I speak Spanish, so call me that." Yo,
I speak before I am.
That's my mood, bro. That's like, yo, like fuck it. I speak Spanish, so call me that. Like that's it. Let's just get it out the gate.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
that's fact.
That's the mood I'm in always.
The thing is that for a long time growing up, like that's kind of what you were.
Yeah,
Spanish.
if you grew up around predominantly black people, son, like in the Bronx, for example, they call you Spanish. You Spanish, and that's not like, oh, you're from Spain. It's just like you're the person who speaks Spanish in this immediate group. So like
you speak Spanish.
It's
so
like, yo, that's
that.
Spanish over there. Like, I don't know. Like, it was never anything bad, son. And
personally,
like, people try to make that bad.
Like, I only started using Latino when Eddie Guerrero pulled up and was like,
Latino
heat. Then I was like,
Latino
oh,
that shit made you.
Yo, this is how we rocking.
Eddie Guerrero made you feel fucking sexy and strong at the same
Makes
time.
you want to be a Latino again.
Mad inspirational, bro.
You did your hair.
Exactly. The hair, the frog splash. All like I wanted to be Eddie Guerrero, bro.
Yo, you know how many times I practiced that frog splash in my room and I was just,
bro. From the highest points of my house, it was just frog splash.
One of the drawers in my room, I would just climb on top.
Oh my god!
Exactly.
Belly flip on top of my bed.
Not for nothing. Like before that, like it was just we Spanish dudes, or we like really like that was. I mean, maybe it's because I'm a little nerdy wrestling kid, but that was like the only thing that was up until that point. It was like nah.
And also,
Spanish.
One thing I would like to add, like when somebody's calling you out of turn, like when someone's like intentionally being malicious about what they're calling you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and I think that anybody with and any type of discerning would be like, oh, nah, they don't mean it in any like way or capacity. I don't know. I just think that it's like, we focusing too much on these labels, son. Like
the crazy thing is that at the end of the day, yo, we beautiful, man.
Yeah, son. Like,
yo, we real beautiful. But, like we sexy. And you know what I'm saying? It's nice.
You know, sorry.
It's nice. It's nice. Man,
sorry to. I think one thing to add to that is like, what we really should be focusing on is like, shit with regard to race in our like community and not like these labels or all this bullshit. Like, focus on the real issues, which is like anti-blackness. That's a real fucking issue.
Anti-blackness.
That is a real issue
within the Hispanic and Latin community.
Yeah, son. Like, that's what you should be focusing on, not like some term so you can write a college paper for.
Because I feel like adding the X and removing whatever the fuck you like. Playing with the word doesn't solve my problem.
Yeah, and that doesn't change the language as well. Like, you just well-intentioned, but
you're just introducing a new bullshit vernacular for white people, and it's like I could do without that, bro. Yeah, it's like, you're not solving my problems by fucking switching it up like that.
It's true, man, and like we need that diverse representation throughout everything that we're doing within entertainment, so that people can see it and see themselves. Like, when I'm watching a novela, not that I watch novelas, maybe I do, but when I'm doing, when they're on, I want to be able to see a darker Mexican on there, or a darker Venezuelan, or actual Dominican. Have a Dominican inside of a novela. Watch them ratings pump up. What is that Dominican doing in Mexico, and what kind of drug cartel is he with? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's interesting.
Actually. Hell yeah.
We about to write a novela.
We about to do it.
Guys in the room.
Yo, you brought it up earlier. There's no like Hispanic or Latinx and nothing like animes.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta be in there.
Some anime.
That's what
I
mean.
We gotta be in there with the Julio Kun. You know what I mean? Like fucking Nando Chan and shit. We gotta be in here doing all the animes.
Imagine there was a Dominican or a Colombian or whatever in Eon Flux.
Bro, hell yeah.
That would have been the sexiest character on Eon Flux. That was already an X-rated anime show.
Yo,
a Jose Jutsu.
Jose Jutsu.
Yo,
Flavio Sama, bro. I'm here. Nah, but like, for real though, like, there's like, it's almost like, it's such a shame that like there isn't a focus on like being Hispanic and wanting to make anime, right? Or being Hispanic and wanting to do these things. Not only is it a shame that there's not a focus, but it's also like there's not an effort to really like,
and it's there
to highlight these things, and they are there
because there are definitely like Latinos that are like, there's a big Asian population across like Latin American and Caribbean countries, like spread out, and that influence is for sure there from all countries, son. Like, and it just lends to the beauty of it, son. Like, but to your point, there are people who like not just are into it like personally, but like that literally have grown up with it or something like that, and you know, want to be part of it.
OD, son.
But so it's not only like, shout out to the NFL, the NFL. Shout out to them and por la cultura, because the wild thing is, like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a football fan. Like, I'm not a big NFL fan, and the main reason was because while I was growing up, I never really saw any Latino players that I was like,
Tony Gonzalez.
There was Tony Gonzalez. There you go. And so
point.
I remember a couple of years ago when Mark Sanchez joined the Jets. A couple of years ago, that was many years ago now. When Mark Sanchez joined the Jets, that was like a big thing. I was like, yo, this is dope. Because, there's a Spanish last name on a jersey that I know from my era. So that was huge. He didn't really do too well. He fumbled. He did the butt fumble, and nobody ever forgot.
Damn,
but he's a beautiful man, so shout out to him. But then Victor Cruz came on the scene.
Yeah.
Victor Cruz came on the scene and just swagged out the salsa.
He salsa'd his way
zone.
into everybody's hearts.
And it's like he could do no wrong. I don't really care, man. He was just dope.
Yeah,
he was dope, and he was, because he's half Puerto Rican, half black, or is he full Puerto? He's half and half.
I think
right?
he's half.
He's half.
He's mixed with something.
But like, to me, I saw him, and he was just a personality that I connected with. It was relatable.
He just happened to play football.
He just happened to play football. It's like, damn, I kind of want to get to know you. And that's one of the allures about athletes, too. It's like, you want to get to know them off the court or off the field, because there's some relatability there. Like, I want to see, who you cheating on your wife with, because this is crazy. This is wild. I'm tuned in. I'm invested. Dale, primo, dale. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not condoning it. Dominican, we don't do that no more.
Don't do it no more.
But it's true, man. So seeing that representation in the NFL is really, really dope, man.
Yeah.
And what they're doing right now with this campaign is fire.
Absolutely.
Por la cultura, man.
Yeah. And this look, I love the look, son. The
look
neon
is
till
sick.
That shit is fire.
Sick. I think it's time.
For the
motherfucking news.
I think it's time for the motherfucking news. Go for it,
I'm gonna have to do this off the top, because I don't got
We'll fix it in post.
But this is the motherfucking news. This time in SAP. That's just hit the button, bro. It'll come out in Spanish. And I don't even speak Spanish, but I got my excellent dub actor. He got it on Smash.
La noticia.
I just want to, we need to celebrate.
Yeah, let's do it. What do you want to
With
celebrate?
this news piece, we celebrating because R. Kelly is going to jail. He's not going to jail. He is jail.
Yo,
right
it's
now,
going
bro.
under the jail.
He's going for 140 years, and that's just the shit they cleared him for. Because he got another like 125 on top of that, and on top of that, he got another 125 just in the chamber.
What is it, like back parking tickets or something?
I don't know what he did. He did something crazy,
okay.
whatever.
Just
The pipe.
I just got to get that out the way. Another one I gotta get out the way is worthy of. This is newsworthy. Somehow Squid Game pulled up and was like, "I'm the show now."
Yeah.
I'm
What
the
is
show.
it, like
That happened
80
quick.
million streams?
That happened fast.
Dumb quick.
Yes.
Now, it's like shows and shit like that. Usually, it's not gonna be in my news segment. But these are real numbers. This is like how, son? How? Right? I mean, whatever. I haven't watched it, but I'm gonna figure out how, I guess. So yeah, those are just a little two minor ones.
And I think that like Netflix started putting out like real numbers against like what their viewership looks like, which is another new thing. Like
I think that's the most newsworthy part of it is that now Netflix is like, yo, you want to see me flex? Because I could flex.
Yeah, son,
I could
for
flex.
real. And this,
well, you thought these things were stranger? You about to see. You about to see.
Things are gonna get a lot stranger.
we got to check it out, and we got to do a little because I know none of us really like have.
Yeah, I haven't watched Squid Game.
Y'all wanna have a Squid Game?
A binger?
A
do it.
binger, some
do it.
mimosas, and some White Castle.
Let's do it.
Can we?
Or does
should we have a midnight brunch?
Midnight
midnight
brunch.
Midnight
brunch.
brunch.
Fucking love it.
A midnight
Bro.
brunch. We're gonna coin that midnight brunch. So if you'd like to join us in Jeff's apartment, Jeff and Jess's apartment,
Yes,
you can.
we can
Open
do that,
invitation.
please.
BYO
BYO mimosas.
October 4th,
Monday.
midnight. Be there. The Bronx.
Yeah.
BX. Oh, sorry. Gotta get the makeup guy.
So what
Nah,
else
so
is
the bigger news, and this is more related to Hispanic heritage, is that my Salvadorian friends all have Chiva wallets. As you know, they legalized Bitcoin, made it legal tendies. But now it turns out that this Chiva wallet is doing the job that banks can't do. And they've pretty much banked 2.1 million users who were previously unbanked. And this is fucking
That's
life-changing.
astronomical numbers, son.
That's life-changing.
So now
And on top of that, they all got $30
in the
Everybody-
wallet,
in the wallet.
Every
And they get
Salvadorian
discounts.
with the Chiva wallet got $30.
$30.
and they get discounts on gas. When
And to top it off, as an incentive to actually get it and use Bitcoin and do all these cool things that you're supposed to be doing with Bitcoin, you get a discount on gas.
how wild is that?
I don't see the correlation, but I'm with it. Like I don't get it, but sure.
Well, I
let's do
mean,
it.
Wait, what correlation?
everybody
Like,
uses
you
gas,
getting
bro.
discount on gas just
Oh.
for having the Chiva wallet
Yeah, it's incentivizing. Like
because you're buying the gas in cryptocurrency.
basically you're using you're
Yeah.
putting it to use, but also like now with everybody having this money, like that in effect is like the biggest bank in El Salvador.
Yeah.
right. Because
I mean,
all
and
these folks have.
It's just that gas is a common commodity.
Right,
like
right,
everybody
right.
needs gas. Everybody has to.
yeah.
You know, you got to put gas in your car.
I have gas right now. I haven't told you.
So
Gassy the entire show.
it's only proper and it only makes sense. And I think this really needs to be like really you got to really sit down in your thinking chair and think about this shit, son, because this is about to be a huge economic ripple effect.
Yeah.
For like all like our fucking Hispanic countries and like
Because all they need to do is see one person, like one example of success.
Yep.
Right? And other countries will start adopting, some form of this.
yep.
I know Venezuela is not far behind. Like, and they have no choice. But like,
Yeah, and like all your countries that have like hyperinflation and all these just like these backdoor deals that fuck with their currencies, and like that's all gonna. I don't want to say it's all gonna stop, but it's all gonna like.
it can be encouraged.
It's gonna be whittled down to a point where it's like, yo, fuck that. Like we're in control of our own shit now. We're like, there's nothing you can do to my money now, And I think that is the ultimate like success of that.
You see, Latin America, they progressing. We over here in the U.S. and we taking steps backwards.
Yo, word.
Because I know that y'all heard about that proposal
what was
with the IRS and the Biden
Yeah,
administration.
$600.
I remember you were
Which is
reeling about
crazy.
this. Yeah,
I was.
Yeah.
Didn't I send you that article?
You were tight.
I was so
you
tight.
were so tight.
I was
Steam
so
coming out
tight.
your
I
ears.
called my mom. I was so upset. What? That's an invasion of privacy. If you have $600 in your account, the bank is gonna go ahead and they can
Every
report
transfer.
that back. Every transaction, report that back to
And
the
you know who
government.
ain't fucking with that right now? El Salvador.
That's
'Cause they don't-
wild. Like, you don't need to know what I'm doing with my money. Just know I'm paying my taxes. That's it. And I
Yeah.
get it. I know who they're trying to target.
But
they hurting everybody else by
Yes.
doing
You
that.
touched
Yes.
on a very solid point because one of the Congress or senators, during the hearing about this thing, they asked and they were like, "Yo, why $600?" And it's like, "Oh, this is like for us to get the most amount of like data to be able to like cipher shit out for like wealthy individuals." And then the senator responded like, "Oh, $600 doesn't sound like you're going after wealthy people,
Right,
Like
exactly.
it sounds like you're going
Going
after
after
like
regular
regular
guys.
ass people."
You know what it is? Like, and they're monitoring like accounts with your name on it.
Yeah.
So your Venmo transfers to your to your Chase account.
Yo.
They're monitoring that.
I don't fuck with Venmo
You know
at
what
all,
kind of
bro.
whack shit that is?
That's very
like,
whack.
what if you got a little brother that's in college and you got to send him money every month?
Now you gotta
just to
justify it.
survive, and you got to justify that and pay taxes on that?
Yep.
That's not right. That's not
crazy.
right at all.
And I literally
Fuck
just did
that.
that to
Yep.
my niece, bro. Like,
That's nuts. That's nuts.
Well, I mean, this ain't financial advice, but buy some fucking Bitcoin and live your life, bro. Like, that's it. That's all you
this
gotta
ain't
do.
financial advice.
Just buy.
Get
just
yourself
buy.
a Chiva.
You don't
wallet.
even need one Bitcoin.
That's it. Get yourself.
Get yourself
wallet.
not for nothing. Like, get the Chivo app, get your $30 and hold
Yeah.
it. That's it.
We all about to do that right now. So
Another newsworthy point. This is something that Jeff brought up to me, was that there was a study recently, right, about Hollywood.
Yeah.
And how even in Hollywood, like Hispanic and Latino, like our brothers and sisters, are getting dookied on pretty much in the representation
Facts.
category.
Facts.
have been
Yeah.
Have been for the past, 10 years?
It was
10 years.
They analyzed.
We talking about 20, 30, 40 years.
Yeah, forever.
You know?
Forever.
Well, yeah, of course.
but in terms of like having folks that are like invisible, speaking and lead roles, they did like some study from 2007 to like 2019 or some shit like that, and they did like 1,300 movies and shows. Like they analyzed, scanned all that shit, and they were like, "Yo, basically no Latinos here, like at all." 7% of the films in 2019 like featured a Hispanic or Latino lead actor. Out of all the films that were done in 2019, only 6 Afro-Latinos worked as leads or co-leads across a 13-year time frame. Like, it's like, it's kind of embarrassing. So, like,
6?
we got to make sure that we're leaning into these efforts that we're putting out.
Hollywood, we racially ambiguous. We can
Hollywood.
be anything.
Hit us
anything.
up. Hit us up.
Look at me.
Hollywood
Now look
is
at me.
wildin'.
Now look at you. Now look back at me. I could be anything. Anything you want me to be.
I mean,
It's
Now
nuts.
like anything you want me to be.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yo,
Right.
only
But-
so the just to give you an idea of the number, only 5% of the 51,158 characters identified across the full 1,300 film sample were Hispanic or Latino. 5% of that. So that's fucking
Wow.
like 2,500
I
people.
want to know, was Bobby's World on that list? Because Bobby, a lot of people don't remember,
Bobby's
but
World.
Bobby was Latino.
Bobby was Latino.
That little big head, that was the original
It was-
football head.
it was
Nah,
in the,
was
was,
he?
yo,
Yeah, son.
bro.
Yeah.
That's
For real?
Howie Mandel. That was loosely based on Howie Mandel's life.
It was
Howie
it was from
Mandel.
2007 to 2019.
I know,
so,
but I'm
like,
just saying, for
AKA
those
Howie
who don't know.
Manteca.
Howie Manteca.
Manteca.
I think that was an excellent breakdown of the news.
Yeah, man.
that was-
I just want to say Hollywood got to stop moving like Goldman Sachs. You know what I
Yo,
mean?
for real.
Like, y'all up here with the white execs and so, like, nah, chill.
Come
with
on.
that. Chill
Make
with
it
that.
happen.
I mean, and fucking what's his name don't count. Lin-Manuel don't count.
What's yeah,
don't
yeah,
count,
son.
bro.
That can't be the box you check every time
Like,
somebody
you
says, "Oh,
don't
we need
count.
a Hispanic." It's like,
You don't count.
Yes.
this guy comes
Yes.
from a ladder in the ceiling.
Yes.
It's just like, ah,
Yeah.
fuck, nah. We need
I mean,
more.
look, I feel like he got
He's excellent.
he got chewed out a little bit a couple months ago.
He's excellent. Like,
but he's
Yeah, he's excellent, but like it
just
doesn't
need
all
more.
fall on him.
Yeah.
like,
exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
like, I have my opinions. Like I think he's mediocre, but like
There's
know,
a lot
it shouldn't fall on him anyway, regardless if you're nice or mediocre. You know what I mean? Like, give the guy a break.
give him a break.
Give many guys a break, actually, and
like,
gals.
I want to
You know
see
what I
a
mean?
Dominican in a Disney movie. I want to see
Yo.
that. Like, I would love to see that.
They're
What
gonna do it.
Disney movie would you like to see
They're gonna do a Disney movie on Rubirosa.
on Rubirosa? 007.
The original
Yo,
Playboy.
real talk for
They're
a
gonna
lot
do
of you.
Chilindrina,
And,
nigga,
and
Pixar.
again, guys, this is the Hispanic Heritage Month episode, so this is jam-packed full of gems. Rubirosa was the original, not the original. He is the reason why we even have 007.
Yep.
So Daniel Craig,
And
get out of
Playboy.
here.
And Playboy.
Idris,
Yeah.
no. We bring in Alex Rodriguez. He's the next 007. Alex Rodriguez,
Hard
beautiful man. Yo, this is what I'm just saying, man.
He's the original Playboy, Rubirosa.
And so is Alex Rodriguez. But I mean, I digress. We should make that movie.
Let's do it.
We should make that movie, Rubirosa.
I'm down.
We should do it.
I'm down.
I don't know anybody that's doing it. I want to play a villain.
We gotta hit up the Rubirosa family for the
For the rights. You want to play a villain?
Might be,
Damn.
I don't know.
I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
I want to be the guy in the chair. Like in Spider-Man, I want to be that guy.
He doesn't move. He's just always in the chair.
Like I'm gonna be in the chair translating your Spanish to like
Oh my
to
God.
like
The
white collar
live-
crimes
live
and shit.
Sap, live sap.
Yo,
Yo, bro, I think it's time. Listen, I'm getting a little hungry.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little hungry. We got the homie,
Yes.
Chef Kev. He's about to come on the scene, and he's gonna show us a thing or two and maybe fill our bellies. I don't know, but we got some things to talk about. Stay tuned. Here we go. Yo, that's right. So we back. It's
Yeah.
now 4 of us here.
Yes.
There's 4 beautiful Latino
Yes, sir.
faces on here. And let's get a nice round of applause for our guest today, Chef Kev. Let's go. Chef Kev's in the building. Out here at the Chop House.
Let's go.
Oh, you felt that. You felt that.
Yo, so Kev, we got you at the Chop House.
Chop House.
This is a steak restaurant themed, and we got a chef in the building. This is a first.
yeah, word. Welcome.
Thank you
I know-
guys. Thank you guys for having me.
absolutely.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, man.
First time
Absolutely.
doing something like this. Super excited.
Yeah.
Let's get this going. Let's get this
Do
going.
it, man. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so you're here. You know, we asked you to come on here because you're working really closely with the NFL and doing
NFL.
NFL, doing some work with Por la Cultura and the Latino initiatives. Also, Kev is the owner of Cantina 33 out in Queens.
Queens get the money.
You know,
Let's go.
5533 Myrtle Ave, right?
Yes, sir.
Out in Ridgewood.
Yo,
I
I'm
got
impressed that
Ah.
you memorized that, bro. Look at that. He should just be
That was
working
good.
for you
That was
now.
good.
Like,
Yeah,
It's
word.
just,
he knows
you know what
things.
it is? I put on this jacket and now I just feel like a whole
can
nother
get that.
person.
You look like Media Man, bro.
Yeah.
Like you out here with the muscles. I see you.
Look at you. Yeah, you look like.
When you look good, you feel good, and you move different.
See,
You
Look
see?
at that. Woo.
Look
move
at
more.
that.
You
That's
move
a
with
motto.
confidence.
That's a
sir.
motto. Can I give you my number after the show?
The other one.
Nah,
I'm
actually-
glad we sitting across from each other right now. This is a nice, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I'm secretly jealous because I want a jacket.
I mean, we're going to see what we could do. NFL.
Yeah. So yeah, Kev, tell us a little bit about yourself. You know, I know we all excited to know a little bit more about what you do, but how would you, tee us off?
Okay. Quick and simple intro. So I'm 29. Chef and owner of Cantina 33. It's the first restaurant I opened. It was a tough time. It wasn't easy because I opened January. I was open January, February, March. Then the pandemic hit.
Oh, yo, you and Diddy got
Welcome
that
to
in
the
common.
club.
Wow.
Yeah.
Two stories
So
of-
it was definitely a challenge. But I'm still there. I'm still grateful. You know, the whole restaurant industry took a huge
The
hit.
pandemic, son.
And now I'm working with the campaign for LSNAP, which is a blessing. Just to be able to be a part of that. It's a huge name. It's big, you know, like I don't know. I never expected to work with such a huge name. And I'm doing that, and yeah, I'm just, you know, working day by day, pushing every day to move forward.
That's what's up. Yeah, and the Kev Cook series is something that you're doing with
Yes.
El Snap and Por la Cultura. Like, I know that you had some like themed dishes like
Yes.
based on each team and stuff. I know like off the top is the Baltimore crab cakes
Yes, sir.
and then like the Philly steak. That's
Philly
pretty clever. That's pretty clever.
The Philly steak skewers. Yeah, so it's every Saturday we drop a video on whatever teams are playing. So yesterday we for the Los Angeles Chargers we did Cali dogs. So you could go to a page, El Snap, check it out. Got the whole video, recipes, and everything. And we do that every Saturday.
That's what's up.
Yo, one of the dopest things, like when you go to El Snap on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and you're seeing Kev like cooking, no pun intended, but when you seeing Kev cook, like it makes you feel like, yo, I could do that, and I feel like that's like the intention, right?
Well, that's the whole point. Yeah. So it's very simple food. You know, it's recipes that's made for an average cook to make at home. You know, it's nothing crazy. You know, it tastes good, it looks good, and it's, you know, you can make it at your own home. You invite some friends over, watch the NFL game.
Perfect.
And there you go. You have a simple recipe. You could serve your whole friends, family, and enjoy and have a good time.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
and
I like that because I'm an average cook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just be in there averaging it up in my kitchen. And so, like, it's so, like, I love it when there's something, like, it's like, yo, you could do that, bro. You like, if you put, you know, rub two brain cells together, you could hook up a meal.
Of course.
And, like, I love that because, like, I know there's a lot of people, like Big Just, who are just like, yo, I just want to have something, you know what I mean? I just want to have something that's not from the Chinos. I want to have something that's not from, you know, Dallas BBQs or whatever, and I want it to come from me. I made it with my hands, and I'm average. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's wild important.
Especially after the pandemic, like I learned more. Like my brother's a chef as well, like and you know, he's always kind of been inclined and kind of comfortable there. But like me personally, like the pandemic was what really got me into cooking like hardcore. And yo, now it's like one of the biggest therapies that like I have, son. Throwing some music, son.
Yeah,
And like
fun.
just go to town for the next like hour, 2 hours. Like I'll take my time too, because it's like the ritual of it is like the best part, I think. So like with that, like is there anything that like I ask my brothers all the time, because I think there are a lot of different motivations for chefs. Like what is it for you? Like what's your favorite thing to do, right? Because like there's some people who like, you know, certain types of cuisines. They don't fuck with this, they don't fuck with that. But like what would get you going?
Right now, Peruvian food.
Yeah.
That's me right now. That's what I'm passionate about. It's so many flavors, so many peppers, potatoes. Actually, when I signed off on the property for the restaurant, the first thing I did was I bought a one-way trip to Peru, because I'm half Colombian, half Ecuadorian, by the way.
Okay.
But I felt like, you know, if I'm gonna open a Peruvian restaurant, I need to go and witness the
Straight to the
tradition and
source.
culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went over there. I stayed out there for like 2 months. I was working in different types of restaurants. And basically while I was over there, I was kind of just putting together the whole idea, the way I was going to set everything up, the kitchen, the dining room, the menu. And then I came back and I put it all together.
That was one of the first things that, like, I when I was talking to Jeff earlier, I was like, yo, Kev is Colombian and Ecuadorian, and he opened up a Peruvian restaurant out in Queens, on the border of Queens and Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm like, where did that decision even come from? Like, obviously, yo, we was talking about it
It's very
earlier.
strategic, though. If you think
It's
it
extremely
is. Yeah.
strategic. Like, we was talking about it earlier. The Queens, when you think about Queens, you think about that melting pot of all those Latin foods. Like, that's where all the Ecuadorians, Venezuelans, Colombians, they all out there. So, like, I could just imagine growing up in Queens, you were inspired by you had all of that food around you.
Yeah, I was inspired by all of it. Actually, what got me into Peruvian food was, so I did some traveling, and then when I came back home to New York, I worked at a Korean restaurant for like a month. I wasn't too happy with the restaurant. I left, and then I was just driving around. I was actually driving on the BQA, and I saw in the corner this restaurant looked really nice. And I went in, and it was a Peruvian restaurant. So I went in and asked if they were hiring, and got the job. They actually were looking at that time, they were looking for a fish cook. It was like a fish cook, and I was like, to Chef Eric Ramirez, I was like, man, just give me a shot. Right, so stepped in the kitchen, got the job, and I worked at Llama Inn. By the way, you should check them out.
Yo, I've been there.
Yeah, so
So
I worked
good.
for Chef Eric Ramirez, and after working with him, it was basically like, this is it. Like, Peruvian food is so much fun.
Yeah.
This is what
That's
I
in
wanna do.
Williamsburg, right?
Yeah,
Llama
it's in
Inn?
Williamsburg.
Yeah, I
And
totally been there.
he's a huge mentor of mine, still a good friend. actually, when I opened my own restaurant, he was very supportive. You know, he helped me whenever I reached out, little things. And yeah, that's how I got into the whole Peruvian cuisine.
That's what's up, yeah, and that's an excellent restaurant.
When you're cooking, like it's a Peruvian restaurant, but I'm imagining like you bringing in a lot of like your Ecuadorian, because I saw ceviche on the menu, and I mean I know that's more than just Ecuadorian, but like what part of like Ecuador or Colombia do you bring into your food, or like is there a special twist that you do to the Peruvian food that makes it different?
Well, honestly, so the ceviche is very traditional in Peru, but like you said, there's also, you know, you have the Ecuadorian, you have a whole bunch of other different types of ceviches. I honestly just do, at the moment, I give my own little touch to it. Whatever I feel like, I do this, like, and it tastes good and it looks good, I'm like, all right, yeah, let's do that, right? And it's crazy because a lot of customers, they come in, they eat the food, and then one of the questions that they always ask, they're like, oh, like, is the chef Peruvian? Get that all the time. And then they say no. And they're like,
that's like an
Then
OD
they
badge
don't
of honor.
believe
they bash it like, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's doing. And I'm like, all right.
Just wait.
We want to tell you.
I just want to say,
And-
we passed that, bro. The
Yeah.
internet exists. I could Google Peruvian stuff to cook it, bro. It's not
Yeah.
like why are you trying to be a gatekeeper on all of this? It's like, stop it. Stop it.
And then they
Like,
try the food and they're happy. But
They eat their words.
Peruvians, I'm not going to lie, man. Every time a server comes in and tells me, you know, there's a table of Peruvians, I'm like, all right, they're not going to like, they are super hard to impress. I kid you not. They are super hard to impress and especially the older age group, because they're used to the very traditional food,
Right.
And my style, I have a little touch to it. It's not hardcore traditional. So when I say, I'm like, all right, guys, let's go. Let's give it our best shot. Let's try it. If they're happy, cool. If not, try my best.
Right.
Oh, that's what's up.
Man.
Yeah, and it's such a rich, and you kind of touched on it. It's such a rich cuisine. Personally, I love Peruvian food, and you know, one thing we wanted to get your clarification on the arroz chaufa, right? Like, is it what Justin was saying basically, that it's like every Hispanic or Latino country has their version of like a fried rice, and arroz chaufa is just the Peruvian style, or is it like a thing of its own, not comparable across the board?
So the chaufa is the Peruvian stir-fried rice. And, I mean, like he said, every you know, different culture has their own style of it.
Yeah.
And if you go to Peru, there's a lot of like chifa spots. And
What is chifa for those?
it's like Chinese.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where there's a heavy Chinese influence in Peruvian food, and that's how it came about. And it's a very popular dish. Like chaufas is probably one of the most dishes I sell in the restaurant.
wow.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Tell you one thing, I can't get enough of Peruvian chicken, bro. Like,
Peruvian chicken.
Yes.
Just the way that shit is seasoned, son.
Oh, it's
nothing
so
like
juicy.
It. Nothing.
So juicy. I'm gonna do it again.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Come on.
With the ají verde.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You gotta have the ají verde.
Yes.
Pour that shit all over. Oh man.
Thank God we're going to eat after this.
Yeah, word.
So let me ask you something, because I know, like, for me personally, like I say, I'm an average cook, but I mean that, like, I'm not a chef, but I love to cook, right? What was it that got you in the kitchen? Like, what was your exposure?
Like why I started cooking to begin with?
Yeah,
'Cause you're
yeah.
young.
Like for me, like my grandmother always. I'm an only child, so my grandmother always had me like in the kitchen, and I just picked up on what she was doing, right?
Yeah.
And then ever since then, like I just been in the kitchen. Like I find myself even enjoying working in the kitchen. Like I used to work for a dumpling house, and I used to just like the environment. Like since I kind of grew up in it, like I knew, like I was like, yo, I could do this. It's pretty nifty. Like for you, what was that like? What was your exposure like?
Honest truth.
Yeah.
I honestly, when I first started, it wasn't something that I wanted to do.
Okay.
So I was 21. I was going to Maritime University.
Here in the Bronx. Here in the
SUNY
Bronx.
Maritime?
Yeah.
Wow.
SUNY Maritime.
Fun fact, that's where I went.
Oh, really?
For 1 year. And
Yo,
then
you
I
go
left.
did
everywhere
too.
for 1
I
year,
did too.
man.
And you bounced. It was like, yo, I wasn't part of the regiment, so that's it.
Mechanical engineering, and then I got kicked out. So, I mean, as a young kid, I always had my grades. I always had my grades, but I was always like the clown / troublemaker. So it was at that point where I was just, being typical young dumbass, getting into trouble. I was constantly getting into trouble, and then came home one day, and then, my pops was like, listen, like, you gotta go. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, yeah. He's like, you're not doing anything here. So I was like, all right. I was like, where am I gonna go? What am I gonna do? He's like, why don't you get into the family business? So my father owns a Colombian restaurant. So I was all right. So I was 21, and he told me Le Cordon Bleu. He's like, go to Le Cordon Bleu. He's like, I'll help you with that, as long as you do your part. I was like, okay. 21, it was Boston or Miami. You tell any 21-year-old, you give them 2 options.
Where you going to go?
Miami. Grabbed my stuff, went to Miami. And man, was it a big change. I'm not going to lie. It was...
for the good, or like shit got real crazy?
The Miami lifestyle down there was hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I went to school. I had my job. Actually, my schedule was crazy. I had a job at the Turnberry Hotel. It was an overnight job from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. I was cleaning hotel rooms. Wow. And then I started classes at 6 a.m. to 10. And then after that, I would basically hit the gym and then go home, sleep, whatever. And did 2 years there. I worked and stuff. I liked it. I passed. I knew how to cook. But was I passionate about it? No. I wasn't really passionate about it. Then I moved to Barcelona. And I worked at San Pau in a small town over there. It has 3 Michelin stars. So I remember my first day, I'm ready to go. Chef puts me in with my chef de partie there, and I had to cut, it was daikon. And it was...
The radish.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a specific measurement, right, down to the centimeter. So I'm cutting it, and I was kind of in the shits, so I just, started eyeballing it. He comes over, and he's like, hey, did you measure all these? I'm like, yes, chef. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, chef. He measured one, it was off, so he took everything, and he threw it in the garbage, and he's like, do it again, or if not, you can leave. Dude, I at that time, I was still young, and I was like, I had a temper. So I'm like, man.
You're ringing inside.
I'm like, if this guy throws my shit away one more time, I'm going to lose it.
Those are perfectly good radishes.
I was like, I'm gonna lose it. I didn't know how to, and then I kept going, and I was like, wow, like this is another level of cooking. Like the discipline and you learn to be a perfectionist, and you learn to deal with pressure in the kitchen. Like they literally bash you, like, you fucking stupid, can you do it right? Like they bash you, and then you learn how to deal with pressure and how to really do it the right way. You know what I mean? And then after that, I was like, yeah, this is kind of what I want to do. And then it was over there where I got passionate about cooking.
So it took a bit of like kind of rearing.
Yeah,
almost.
it was like it was a journey.
But there you go. It ain't for everybody. So like,
But what a place to like finally get that kind of inspirational kick, like in Barcelona, places. That's
and over there, I learned to be more grateful for things. Like I was making like $300 a month. And I was working crazy hours. I was working more than like 60 hours a week. But I was so happy. Like I was so happy. I would wake up. I would go to the gym. I would work. And I would just repeat, do it again. But I was really happy. And over there, the lifestyle, you learn to appreciate so much more. Here in New York, it's stressful. It's literally nonstop. Like my days are literally nonstop. Like I wake up here. And then it's like, all right, shit, it's 11 p.m. Do it again. And I feel like over here sometimes there's a lot of people who have a lot, and it's never enough. It's never enough. Like you always need more and more. And over there, believe it or not, I've worked with cooks, and as long as they have a home, as long as they have money to eat and everything, happy as shit. And it's
do you feel like that now? Like, do you feel like that, or has the New Yorker seeped back into you, that capitalistic?
Man, I feel like I feel like once you're born in New York and raised in New York, you can't take
yeah,
that out.
yeah.
Son, everywhere else, your
can't.
internal clock, everything is like in New York,
Yeah.
and like you're trying to adjust to a place that is just not your speed, son.
Yeah.
Like, but like I think that to your point that there's stuff to learn because here we get wrapped up in the hustle and like the everybody's doing like something, right? So you feel like if you're not doing some shit,
Then
you're like,
you're a
oh,
loser.
you know, like what the fuck, like, but.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
other places, there are different priorities. Like, yo, bro, in Spain, and I'm sure you had experience with this shit. Like, they just close the shit. They close shit up for like hours, bro.
Yeah.
While they go, you know,
That's
they do the
siesta.
real
Yeah.
Spain,
Yeah.
Spain and
Siesta.
Italy, bro. Like, they just like,
Oh, Italy,
we'll be
they
back.
They don't give a fuck in Italy, bro.
Don't worry, we'll be
Yeah,
back.
we'll be back. They
You
close
go home,
at
take a nap, come back.
close at 12, open back up at 5:30. Like, oh,
Yeah, son.
Didn't
DR,
miss
they
nothing.
just never go back. They only work for 3 hours and that's it.
No, they just be out front drinking. They be like,
and
oh,
they go to
no.
Boca Chica and
¿Qué tú
then they spend
quieres?
the rest of their day there. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Find me
man.
on the beach.
That's pretty great, son. So do you think you'll have another stint like that where you go abroad and like kind of you know,
I don't know, man. Like to Europe?
well, pretty much
It's a different
Anyway.
beast.
any new opportunity that you know abroad.
To open a business.
Same motherfuckers ask you in Tokyo like, yo, come
far.
do Cantina.
That's too
How do you
far.
say 33 in Japanese?
That's-
Come do Cantina 33.
Nah, that's too far from home.
Nah, I feel you.
Too far from family. If anywhere, it would be Miami.
Okay.
I would say Miami.
It's a perfect place to open,
Chicago. I like Chicago. Chicago's super clean. They have great restaurants. But probably Miami.
At this, go ahead. Justin.
I was gonna ask you like, what made you make the decision to like open up here, where like New York, when it comes to the restaurant game, is like tough. It's like a hellhole. Like out of all the places, maybe it's because I'm not a restaurant person, but like, why here? Why in the middle of like all the calamity?
It's home.
Mm-hmm.
New
Okay,
York
that makes
is
some more
home,
sense.
Yeah, I got all my family's here, and it's home. Yeah,
Makes it easier to do the work.
Yeah.
That's 100% fact.
At this
Word.
point in your career, and it's still early in your career. What is your like biggest ambition when you're what's like your driving force? Like this is the thing that I'm really trying to get to.
Yeah.
Man, that's a good one. I mean, I'm a very ambitious person, right? And I have a lot of goals, and I want to have, a chain of restaurants. Like I could sit here and tell you, I want to have 3 restaurants. I want to have 4 restaurants. Will it happen? Maybe, maybe not. But at the end of the day, like I feel like I've changed, I've grown, and I just want to be able, whether it's 1 restaurant or 2 restaurants, I just want to be happy with what I'm doing and be able to provide for my family. Absolutely. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, provide for my family and just make my parents happy. Yeah. Like grow old and them sitting, I don't know, somewhere in Colombia retiring and be like, yeah, like he did good. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what's most important to me.
And you could relax too, because I know like as Latino, like kids of Latino parents, like we feel like this responsibility, like to take care of our parents. So like once they're good, feels like there's a weight off our back and we're good.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I came from a good home. My parents provided a very good life for me, right? And now they're getting to that point where they're healthy, thank God. Mm-hmm. They're still very productive. They work hard, but it's getting to a point where it's like, I tell them like, you guys.
It's time.
They have the restaurant and they work. Like they go and do everything. My mom, like she works every day. Like they do 6 days. And I think it's also what keeps them healthy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Them working every day, moving. But it's getting to a point where I was like, I give you guys another 2 years and you're not gonna have the same battery. And it's time kind of for like you guys to lay back, retire, and just, basically me take it to the next level and just relax. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's a very good point. Like, and you see it first. You see it before they do, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah, for sure.
And it kind of just like, because the same things happen with my parents too. But one question I did have for you, like you mentioned a couple of times throughout your answers, but like, it seems like the gym is like a core part.
Safe
like,
space.
It seems like you live a really busy life, so I imagine that the gym is like the shit that makes it all possible, right? Like you go in there, you decompress, you do your thing. You want to talk about that a little more?
So, I played played roller hockey when I was young. I played
roller hockey. That's some real New York shit, bro.
I played roller hockey, and then when I went to high school, Holy Cross High School, all boys Catholic school. Wow. I joined the ice hockey team.
Yo, all boys schools, they just pump out the fucking stars. You know what I mean? We got stars. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the all boy Catholic
Shout out
schools.
to if you just had to, if you had a dress code for 4 straight years, bro.
Oh, that we did, yeah.
I ain't never had to think about what I had to wear the next day.
We had the uniforms. Yeah, we didn't have to worry about that.
Word.
Did 4 years there, and freshman. At that time, they only had a varsity team, and I made it. But dude, high school, man, I was tiny. I was always a skinny kid, and I had fun. But dude, I used to get destroyed on the ice. I used to get fucking destroyed. And I think it had to do with that, and also when I was in elementary school, I kind of used to get punked on a little bit, and I was like, man, like I'm tired of being scrawny as shit. Like,
We're not little no more.
I'm tired of it. I was like, I'm gonna start going to the gym, and I started getting into fitness. I started getting bigger. I started getting my weight up, and then I really got into it.
Hey.
And ever since then, I haven't stopped. Even if it's 45 minutes, I need it because it kind of like it gets my day going.
And that's like really dope because as a chef to also have the passion of being in the gym and living a healthy lifestyle, like you don't ever really think those two things kind of go together. Yeah. Like, I you know, so I was talking to these guys earlier and I was like, what do you cook for yourself versus what you cook for your friends versus what you cook for your girl? Because it's all very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I eat anything.
Okay.
Like, I don't have no diet. I don't have anything like that. I used to at one point, but now I don't have the time for it. So I'll just eat whatever, you know, I get at the moment. And what I cook is, dude, honestly, I'm always at the restaurant. It's very rare I cook at home.
Yeah.
All right, I'm lying. I probably never cook at home.
Okay. Special occasions, when you taking wifey out, what are you doing? Are you cooking or are you going to a special restaurant?
We're going to dinner.
You're going out to dinner.
We're going to dinner, especially with wifey. Dinner. We love to go out to eat. Lately, the schedule's been a little hectic. Haven't been able to make that as possible.
Make sure you make time, bro.
Oh, of course.
Make time.
She's gonna see this. She's gonna be like, "All right, babe, when's our next dinner?"
Remember those weirdos at that podcast? They
said it. So you better take me
listen.
tonight.
Yeah, but we love to go out to eat. To be honest, she's actually the one who always chooses she does her homework. She chooses the spots.
Nice.
Hey.
And it's funny because whenever we go out to dinner, if I choose a spot or she chooses a spot, like, we joke around. If it's a good restaurant, like, all right, you got that W. If it's a bad restaurant, like, yo, babe, you took that L, man.
Oh.
You took this L. This is you.
Out here
we joke
playing
around.
battle plates.
I like that. That's like good transparency, son.
No,
like,
me and wifey, we have a really good relationship.
That's great.
Strong support system. You know, she helps me a lot.
So I imagine that you guys never go through that age-old couples argument. What we eating tonight? Because that's
we have it because believe it or not, when I'm hungry and she's hungry, and we're together in the car, man, the mood it can get ugly.
It permeates.
Us too hungry, we gotta get food. We gotta get food right away. Cause
at least like a 4-piece to hold you down.
I get moody.
To hold you down.
She gets moody. So yeah, so all right, let's go here, whatever it is. And we're not really that picky. Like when we're doing a date night, like yeah, we do our homework, but if not, we usually we go to our normal spots, you know, with pizza or something simple. I'm not too picky like that either.
Shout out to being not picky.
Yeah.
And to also to do what you do, like you can't be too picky, but like I hear that so much from like chefs that, you know, when it comes to like cooking for themselves, like they spend so much time like crafting and you know doing it for work and doing it, you know, as part of your labor, that when you about to cook yourself a meal, it's just like
You don't want to do that.
you just
You'd be
get a bowl of
surprised.
cereal.
A lot of chefs, a lot of my friends, we work and we create these beautiful dishes, and we get home and we'll make ourselves a ham and cheese sandwich,
Mac and cheese,
or some
Dude, my
frozen
brother's
pizza,
like that.
throw it in the oven, stuff like that. Pizza
crazy.
rolls, you'd be surprised. Very simple.
because I
stuff.
imagine spending like those hours. You want to like, you're like, yo, fuck, I don't want to like chop another fucking scallion. I don't want to do none of this shit.
I just want a bagel bite, bro. Like, that's all I want.
I'll get a sandwich from Cherry Valley. It's a deli around where I live. I get the heart attack. Yeah, shout out to them.
Cherry
Heart
Valley.
attack
I'm taking notes. I'm taking
special.
notes.
Oh,
with special sauce and ranch. It's every time.
The heart
check that
attack.
out.
The heart attack.
Heart attack, you got to get it with special sauce and ranch sauce.
What's in the heart attack? What is the heart attack?
Chicken cutlet, French fries, bacon.
God damn.
I mean, yeah.
My heart is already, like,
dude, they
hitting
don't
me
call
up.
it heart attack for no reason.
yo,
It's
son.
called a heart attack for a reason, man. But dude, it's delicious.
Oh my god,
Delicious.
Yo,
I'm like trying to visualize like that shit. That's
mean-
crazy, son.
Yo,
That-
listen.
I'm
if you-
with it, though,
If you hit up
like-
the chicken spot and you ask for an Italian cheeseburger, it's the same thing except for the chicken color is beef. So
Yeah,
like,
right.
I got it pretty wrapped up in my head, really good, but it still sounds fucking fantastic.
Yeah, son.
That
Sounds
a
like you
nice,
got
a nice Sprite, Netflix. That's the best way to end my night. That's it.
That yo word.
A
nice.
Sprite, dirty or clean?
Nigga, what?
Saying like dirty Sprite or clean Sprite. You know what I mean?
He's like, I want to see what side you leaning.
I want to know if you really, really real. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Can or bottle.
Kev, in addition to owning your own restaurant and going to the gym and doing all these things, you're also a private chef. So
Yeah.
you go out, people hit you up, and you go and cater these private dinners.
Yeah.
What has your clientele list looked like? And if you can't drop
The ones you
names,
can
that's
yeah,
fine.
the ones you can say.
Hopefully
you
they
can
look
say.
rich.
No, it's so that came about when the pandemic hit and the restaurant was closed, and a lot of chefs started doing this. You know, they started doing virtual classes, virtual stuff like that, and then you have the private chefs where they come into your house. I am not the most sociable person, so I was
Really?
like, man, yeah. So I was like, I'm getting better at it. Right? So I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about it. And it was actually wifey. She kind of like pushed me to do it. So I did my first one. It was for Boy Rue. It was a romantic dinner. I came in. It was like a ahi tuna ceviche. I had some lobster.
Wow.
It was a nice 3-course dinner. And it went well. And well, I think what also helped was I already knew him.
Yeah.
So I was.
It's a great
that was
way to start
and then I've done some other ones where I was like, man, get nervous, like, and also when you go into these places, always expect something to be off. Something's gonna go wrong in the kitchen. Either the oven's not gonna be working right, something. So you always gotta be ready. But the last one I did was cool. It was for a bachelorette party. It was a big one. I think it was like 12 people. It was in Long Island. It was a great dinner. It was actually funny because they had the whole place decorated, you know, like a bachelorette.
Yeah,
A lot of penises, mad penises.
I go to use the bathroom. I was like, hey, can I use your bathroom? She's like, I'm like, I could use the one downstairs. And she's like, no, go. And I go in, penis on the sink, just soap.
Mad
and
dicks
then
everywhere.
and she's like, oh God, I'm sorry. I'm like, it's all right. I get it. And yeah, it was
funny.
it was cool. It was a dope dinner. It was nice.
Awesome, man.
That is
really
dope.
Dope. Yo, you know, I really want to ask this. You know, obviously working with the NFL and all of that, we're in Hispanic Heritage Month. Being Latino or being Hispanic clearly is super, super important because it is you as a culture.
Yeah.
What does Por la Cultura mean to you?
Por la Cultura. So it's for the culture. I mean, we're in Hispanic Heritage Month, right? So it's a month in the U.S. where we get our recognition for everything that, you know, us as Latinos, as Hispanics, that we bring. So when I see that, I just think of basically us as a community, the success. You know, like you have, whether it's in music, whether it's in sports, whether it's in politics. It's just like you have that sense of pride. Like, yeah, like I'm Latino. Like, we have a voice. We're doing stuff and we're making big moves. So it's inspiring. Like when soon I stepped in and became a part of El Snap, I was like, that's dope.
That's huge.
I saw that
Absolutely
video.
fire.
I was like, that dope.
Osuna.
It was big. I was super excited, and yeah.
That's fire, man. That's awesome. And you got a chance to meet Osuna or Victor
Nah,
Cruz?
not yet. Not
gotta
yet.
make that
Not
happen.
yet.
You gotta make that.
Hopefully
And
one
the
day.
FPL,
One day, yeah, they gotta make it happen, man.
I won't go, so he'll show up.
dinner.
Yeah, I'll stay behind.
Yeah, do it.
This is the thing. A lot of people don't know. Ozuna and Jeff, they got beef. It's
long-term
beef.
beef.
Oh, really?
Music
Yeah.
beef from back in the day.
Nah.
Teddy bear. The reason Ozuna has the teddy bear is a slide at him,
Yeah, man.
because Jeff sleeps with his teddy bear. Who's like, I stole that. You know
That,
what
and
I'm
I
saying?
just always been very, very jealous of
get it.
of his music. Like, so we
happens.
just never saw eye to eye.
It's been a long
It
road.
happens.
It's been a long road.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Keep it moving.
Yeah. Yo, but look, I'm getting hungry. It's Hispanic Heritage Month. There's football on TV.
Word.
I want to learn how to make something, but I'm also hungry.
I brought you guys some. We're gonna put together a dulce tres leches.
Oh,
Dulce de Luche.
all right.
Yeah.
So I
You got
see
the
your
big boy blushing over here.
Yeah,
You
word.
cake?
I like
You talking
that.
about cake?
All right, so we back. Movie magic. You saw how that
Sir.
happened. That was amazing.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Kev, what are we about to do right now?
So right now we're about to do a dulce tres leches.
Ooh.
We have our sponge cake, right? So we're gonna put it together.
all right.
Everybody has their sponge cake. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna put our sauce, right? A tres leches sauce.
Nice.
And that is literally the tres leches.
Tres leches. You have evaporated milk, condensed milk, whole milk. I add a touch of vanilla and a touch of cinnamon as well. So we're gonna go ahead.
Damn.
Put some here.
Yeah, I like that.
I know there's a couple grandmas out here that's like, yo, what is this? What are they doing over here?
Yeah, me gusta the play-by-play.
Yep.
Mira esa crema.
Hook it up.
Wow, wow.
Beautiful.
All right, so I want the lactose intolerant portion. It's all right. I'm gonna take a pill in the back.
In the back.
In the back. In the green room.
So now everybody's gonna take their plate, right? So we're gonna pick it up and we're gonna tilt it a little bit. You're gonna take all the sauce and just go over,
I'm chefing, mama.
over, right?
This is what we mean by
So-
levels of extravagance.
The sponge cake absorbs all the sauce. There you go.
Look at this.
Man, you got.
Look at me now, mom.
Look at that.
Look at me now.
And they said it couldn't be done.
Right?
I'm ready for
It's
ABC.
done.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there we
Like,
go.
Good morning, America.
we go.
Holla at me.
That extra drizzle.
Word.
All right. I'm not gonna lie, you guys are doing better than I thought.
I mean, we practice.
Yeah, man. I watch a lot of Beat Bobby Flay.
Beat Bobby Flay.
Yeah. Kev, you think you can beat Bobby Flay?
yeah, you
I
can
don't
be
know,
on it,
man.
bro.
Nah, you don't know.
Nah,
Beat Bobby
Kev,
Flay.
you got
You
it.
don't think you can? I think
I think you got it.
You don't think you can at least give him a little?
We got to tag. We got to send this to Bobby Flay.
We're gonna have to
do it.
send this
Let's
to
do
Bobby
it.
Flay.
Oh, yeah,
Send
what
it
we
to the Food Network.
gotta hit it Bobby up.
All right, so now we're gonna go with our cream.
Okay.
So have it in the piping bag. It's very simple. So I'm a righty.
All right.
You guys are righties?
Yes.
Yeah.
Righty.
Everybody's ready?
Righty.
Cool.
Righty nation.
So basically with this one, you squeeze, and this one, you use your two fingers with your left hand to basically guide. Right? So you go like this.
Okay.
Right? Guide.
Oh. Look at the decadence. Wow.
Put a little design.
Wow.
Do something special, Jeff.
Oh, can I? Yeah, I'm
You can do whatever you want. There's no rules. There's no
Yeah,
rules.
you gotta ask the producer, Joe.
No rules.
All right, so
That's
You're a righty, so you hold
Yeah,
it in
so
your
with
right
this one you
hand.
squeeze, and with that one,
Guide.
guide. All right, there we go. Jeff is freestyling over here. He's doing something different.
finagle this in a second.
Oh,
Yo, I'm not gonna
I
lie.
see
He's
you.
doing that extremely well for his first time.
I see you.
You see, you started good. Right here, you dropped the ball. You dropped the ball.
That
Finish
was-
strong. Finish strong.
thinking like, yo, little Debbie gotta holler at me. You know what I mean? With a little dollar.
I see.
All right, let's go. Let's see what I was gonna do.
All right, let's see what's going on right here. Okay, so I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna guide a little bit. All right, so squeeze.
There you go.
It's coming out. It's coming out.
Hey, there you
There
go.
you go.
Oh man.
Yeah, keep going. You gotta finish.
You gotta, yep. There you go.
I think I got the hand.
Commit, commit.
I'm really got the kung fu grip on this motherfucker. Look at this bag. I'm tearing this motherfucker up right now. All right.
Oh man. All right. You go ahead and throw that there. All right. So now we have last touch. So I take evaporated milk, condensed milk, vanilla, and we put it in a pot. We mix it all together, and we let it reduce. And then this is our final sauce.
That's what gives it that color.
reduction.
So you go just like that.
Hey,
So here's
the reduction.
this fills it in what I'm trying to do.
All right.
Oh, I see what he's doing.
Uh-oh.
It's a little smart guy. Look at that. Look at that.
There you go.
And then
Yo, Kev, look, so you're doing this every Saturday on El Snap. You're doing this for every matchup that's happening on Saturdays. You got a different dish that you're doing. So you're on the Smartest Guys in the Room podcast. Now, if you had to create a dish for the smartest guys in the room, what would it be?
based on what you know.
For you guys right here, Chop House in Inwood, dude, I would have to do a steak dish.
Oh,
I would have to do a steak.
A nice
For
steak
sure,
dish.
with a nice,
Diddy, you hear that? You hear that?
In October, a nice pumpkin puree, something like that. For sure.
I think we're gonna have to put that up on the
Yes.
Chop House menu. That sounds
I'll be back on
fantastic.
Let's
Make that happen.
Yeah,
gotta schedule that in.
that'll be nice.
Damn. I'm
And,
with that.
and Friendsgiving is around the corner,
you
so
know,
that
no
sounds
pressure.
good.
No
pressure. No
But
pressure.
you officially invited to
No
the
pressure.
Thanksgiving.
All right, so is this it? This is done.
That's it.
This is
This is
my
done.
God.
That's it.
All right,
Amazing.
yo, no judgments out here. No judgments out here.
We're gonna be eating with these, I guess, right?
All right,
Give it a
so
try. Give it a try.
I use a shovel anyway.
yo, so we all diving into this, right? Okay,
All right, let's
Tell me what you guys think.
Kev, you know what this tastes like already, so
Yo, that's fire.
Bro, this is fire.
wow.
Is it valid?
No exaggeration.
I'm
This
super,
is
bro.
I'm gonna be in the bathroom crazy later. This is fantastic.
Yo, this reduction, bro.
yeah, this is
Yeah, this is going right through me right now.
Perfect. See, that's I think what a lot of chefs look for. You know, that
that's great.
smile, that's fantastic. That's what we look for. It's always like, and you know, food at the end of the day, it could change somebody's mood. You could be having a terrible
yeah.
day,
Yeah.
and
That's
you
probably-
eat something good. Like I was driving here, I was hungry, super hungry. We got some tacos over there. I took a bite. I had my jarritos, my lime jarrito, and I was in a better mood. I was in a better
The
mood.
classic.
For another 4 hours.
I was in a better mood.
I love that. That's
So
so
yeah,
true.
that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. You know, making people happy. Yeah,
That's
we
fantastic.
make people happy through food.
I'll tell you what, I'm definitely happy right now.
I'm very happy. And I hope that you guys are gonna be just as happy. I hope you guys try this at home because if we could do it,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna have to make a recipe, put it up. We'll add a link, something, so you can
Yeah.
make this at home.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
Love
simple
this.
too.
Sure.
It's very simple.
Shit, I'm gonna make one.
I know, right? Yo, Kev, man, thank you so much for coming
thank
out.
you
dude.
guys.
Seriously,
Thank you
this
guys.
was fantastic.
Yeah, man.
I
For real.
appreciate you guys letting me come over here to the Chop House, spend some time with you guys, talk a little. Dude, it was amazing.
Where can we find you?
Yeah,
Where
word.
can the good people out here find you?
Cantina 33, 55-33 Myrtle Avenue. Come by anytime. Except for Tuesdays. Tuesday we're closed.
All right, what
Other
about
than
you?
that, every other day. come
Tuesdays
by.
you're closed?
Tuesdays we're closed.
All right.
That's a good day.
That is a good day.
What about your socials? Hit them with your socials.
Social,
If you can follow
Kev
you.
Cooks, Kev_Cooks. Slide through DMs like everybody says.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can contact me, private dinners, whatever it is.
Works.
Make something happen.
And we can everybody can catch you on El Snap on Saturdays.
Snap Saturdays.
At El Snap NFL.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at El Snap
follow
NFL.
them.
Yes.
Catch all the recipes, all the videos, and not only that, you also have a whole bunch of other content, whether it's music, whether
Yeah.
it's lifestyle, whatever it is. Dope page. Check
It's
it
the
out.
coolest
Follow.
place on the internet, DK. That's what they say.
It looks
Of course.
pretty good. It looks
course.
great.
Yo, Kev, thank you again for coming out. To all our listeners, thank you for tuning in again.
Yes.
Word.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Live from the Chop House. It's your boys, the smartest guys in the room.
There you go.
Yeah, man. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at The Smartest Pod. Always at The Smartest Pod. Instagram and Twitter. Be on the lookout for some cool episodes that we got coming up, not just with Kev, but also with Nick. Yeah, we're excited, man. We're really excited. This has been great.
Big things coming.
I'm going to go ahead and finish this dulce de leche, tres leche cake.
That's a good idea. Let me see.
Go.
Word. Episode 22 in the books. Thank you again, Kev.
Happy
Thank you,
Hispanic
guys.
Heritage Month. Make sure you go out and celebrate. Go to your local favorite Hispanic or Latino spot. Go to Cantina 33. Make sure you check out that Peruvian food. Do it now. Do it quickly. Hispanic Heritage Month is almost over, but you know what? With Por la Cultura and El Snap, Hispanic Heritage Month is actually Hispanic Heritage Year. It's all year round.
Yeah.
Gonna be
Let's
here for a
celebrate
long
every
time.
single day. All right. Yo, we out of here, people. Peace.
Peace.